But hey, we're going to have to wrap things up in a little bit. I wanted to talk to you, more in depth about Lyft. I wanted to really talk to you about a lot of things. So I'm going to have you back on. But can we just take the last 5 minutes and talk about you're a new distributor for
I am.
Ally Pigments. And I want to acknowledge that this was something you really thought about. You really, really did. And it's something, because it's not easy being a distributor. And I think that's a whole podcast in itself on, the thought that has to go into it, the financial investment that goes into it, building a store, building this. You're a lot like me, Allison. If you're going to sell a product, it's a product you use and believe in, you understand, and you're going to educate and support. So once you become a distributor for LI, all LI distributors basically have a good understanding of the pigments. And it's a lot of questions. You get a lot of daily questions, you have to really support. It ends up becoming another full-time job being a distributor.
I love that, and I love the idea of that. I already had a very small shop with a few essentials, really only just supplying some of my students with some of the bits and pieces that I knew that I liked. And yes, you can guarantee that if there is something that I'm putting my name to, it is something that I would use personally and something that I believe in. That is just the way that I am. Because I feel that if I'm going to genuinely give people advice on products, that I do have to know them, that I do have to believe them. Otherwise, it just becomes kind of a bit transparent and a bit see-through, I think. So I'm a bit of a control freak, and I've built my shop up to be able to hold the LI products. I did that all myself because I like having control of it. And we're not a big distributor at the moment. Hopefully we'll grow. The stock room is a room at home, at my home at the moment. All of your parcels are packaged by me personally. If you you'll have a note in there which says thank you for your order, and the kiss is signed by me.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't, might be signed by one of my children. I'm very lucky to have a supportive family that will do post office runs and will put things in envelopes. And so it's something quite small and something quite personal. And I think that there are lots of distributors globally doing an absolutely fantastic job. But what I'm really hoping that I can do is be that person that people can reach out and say, hey Alice, I really love what you said about your story of going back to LI, and what colours should I reach out for, or what are your tips, or what are your advice? Because I'm honestly happy to chat anytime about any of this. I just love talking about what I love doing, and I love the industry. And being able to do that supported by a brand like LI, well, it's a no-brainer really for me, an absolute no-brainer. And I'm so glad that the EU line, that I've fallen in love with that as well, because that again just makes everything so much easier. That
right.
I'm not an addition that is there just because of new regulations. I can genuinely say, you know what, this line is absolutely cracking, which it's just brilliant, really good.
Yeah, I have I know the Aqua EU is going to be really popular. I know a lot of artists are going to love it the way you do. We're getting lots of feedback from other artists as well, and we're getting some healed results, and everybody's we're hearing the same thing as you're saying. So that's really wonderful for me and everybody at LI to hear. It's always a little it's a lot nervous when you put out a new formula or a new line. You're hoping the artists using it love it as much as you do. You're hoping it performs as you intend it to perform for every artist that uses it.
And that's where I want that's where I was a few months ago, kind of retrialing and re-exploring the line. You know, there
Yeah.
was that anticipation, and it has not disappointed at all. It really hasn't. So I'm so pleased that it's such a great line. I'm so pleased that I'm able to take this journey and be one of the new LI distributors. And you know, I hope that it grows, because you know, there's a lot of thought, and a lot of just a lot of hard work, I guess, that goes into becoming a distributor, taking that step, and you know, up the line, like you say,
Yeah.
the LI, the lasting impression story, and Darlene, and all of the work that they put in, that travels all the way down the line. That work.
Yeah. You know, Allison, you know, great things come to great people, and you're just one of those great people. And
Oh,
you are, you know, and to know you is to you know, respect you and to love you. I think you're a great human, and and I see a lot of you in me. You know, I started the same way, me and Kat in a small room. I started distributing LI because it was a line I had already been using 6 years, and I believed in it. Um, you know, and you know, so I see a lot of you in me, and and you've joined a great team of distributors. You know, we keep our distributorship, you know, smaller, and
yeah.
you know, we like to know our distributors, and our distributors use our pigment. So you know, we're all super stoked to have you. I think we're really lucky to have you, and I predict you are going to grow and grow and grow. And you know, I have no doubt. I have no doubt, and it's going to be really fun
my, my my
watching
kids will
you
be
grow.
working my kids will be working in a warehouse before we know it, right?
Yes, yes. Put them to work, right? Keep them out of trouble. Put them to work. I love it. Well, hey, I want to thank you. I know it's late there in the UK.
So much for having me. It really has been an absolute honor. An absolute honor. Thank you so much for inviting me. And yeah, let's do it again, Terrin. Let's do it again.
Yes, yes. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'm going to sign off, but don't go anywhere. Okay. All right. Hey, thank you everybody for joining me today. That was Alice Kingdom from the UK. Thank you for hanging out with me. And remember, stay in the pursuit of happiness, and we will see you next time.